Hello there, I'm Tide Lurker, and I'm joined by my brother, Dark Kodiak, and he's my cameraman. I've mentioned that I like making aesthetic and storytelling kind of builds, so that's what we're doing here. This is the first episode of my Humble Build series, where I'm not so much concerned with impressing you guys as much as I want to give you a cool idea that you can make your own and make better. And so this one, I call it breadcrumbing, and the best way to explain it will just be showing you it. So yeah, as far as we can tell, we're on a survival world. We're just going to leave the base that I set up. And if we travel out here for a little while, that's kind of the main direction you can go in because of the way the mountains are set up. Hope you don't mind if I creative mode fly, speed it up. We travel down here for a while and we find a boat. Nothing really that amazing, just a small sailboat. And we can go over and inspect it. Just confirm, yes, this is a artificial type of structure. But mostly you're supposed to look around, examine the area, because you start wondering, how'd this get here? I'm actually recommending that you do this with a couple of friends on a server and deny all knowledge of that being anything you built. So here's a small camouflage shelter. If we enter inside of it, we have a chest with a few things. First thing is a journal. The second is a treasure map. And the journal, I'll read it out for you here. Nothing to do but write till the sun comes up, to scare off them debtors. Captain may not like that I sunk his skiff, but at least the treasure's safe. X marks the spot, same as always. Morning light is up. I'm headed west to find herbs for my hand. Chopping those trees to make digging shovels was harder than I thought. So if you're playing this, you could probably read it a little slower and kind of take out the clues from it. But there's two things going on, and one is that he's headed off west into a forest, right? West. And then the other thing is that he had a treasure with him, and that he buried it. And Dark, I don't know if you can see. Can you see my map?
I can see you holding it.
Yeah? Okay. It's a pretty small map. And so actually, I planned to use this with a couple of friends that I had that were new to the game, so I made all of it fairly easy and intuitive. You could make it trickier. Like over here, the map leads this way. Originally, I was going to let people figure it out, because here we have some stumps that, the pirate did say he was chopping down wood with his hand, which isn't quite as strong as Steve's hand. But there's also this very obvious red sand, making a literal X in the sand to mark the spot. And so this is kind of a minor part of the adventure, just for fun. I have some items in here that I used the name tag feature to just give kind of fun custom names to give it flavor.
So driftwood planks, cracked compass, hardtack, salt pork, shiny doubloon, sea dog's cap, waterlogged boots.
So my idea was just give some kind of cosmetic or optional enchantments like respiration, aqua affinity, just kind of for fun. They can get replaced with better things later. So this is playing a lot like an adventure map, but it's in a survival world. So I didn't have to design a whole landscape. It's part of the benefit. And the other thing I like is that you can use these items while you're playing survival. You could take a break at this point. You could go back to working on your base, collecting resources. And then you can use the rewards that you get in adventuring for that. So it's kind of fun. As long as you're not like a group of survival purists, then this is kind of cheating. But if you're just looking to have fun with a few friends, then you could start designing things like this. And so you start very simple, just with the journal and the sunk boat. Then start adventuring based on those clues. We come here to this dark oak grove, lots of spider webs, and a very ominous looking kind of house that might be abandoned. And this would be pretty obvious if I did this, but I just think it's a nice effect. All right, Dark, thank you for participating and showing off this humble build. So if you kind of explore this abandoned house, watch out for the holes and leaks.
So dark.
There's a chest here. It looks like some treasure. So why don't you go ahead and get closer to the chest, jump over there,
Okay.
and go ahead and open it up.
Ah!
Ah! Well, the fireplace is on fire, and oh, it burned the wool at the bottom there. And there's a ladder, and hey, you still down there? Are you still falling?
And I'm free. Free falling.
I actually forgot to put game mode survival, but hey, spiders.
It's really dark. I can't see much.
Ah.
I think we survived.
There's one left.
I have no idea how to get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and...
Turn up your brightness. Go ahead and do that.
Oh, it's already on bright.
Another one?
You just have it themed so well that it's just really dark in here.
I hope that's not completely dark for our viewers, but that was part of the intention, that you fall into a very dark room, and
Well, how do I get out?
there's a little step right here.
Oh, didn't even see it. Just guide me here. I can't see anything.
So I came up from here. So there's kind of two things going on. One person falls down. They're pushed by pistons behind the spider painting. A little bit of foreshadowing there. And at the same time, there's a hidden passage in the fireplace. So I had gray wool that was supposed to look like the ashes in it. And there's dispensers with fire charges right above. They get fired off at the same time as the trap goes off. And so it's a little strange. It may not be super intuitive, but I kind of wanted to use the fireplace and make it interesting. So your friend falls down, you're panicking, wondering if you should jump down, but suddenly the room is very bright because the fireplace is on, and you kind of follow it from there.
Ah, okay.
And then, yes, this very big web that you fell into and slowly fell down. So I had to figure it out in time to get to you. And then here we have a dim light leading to the rest of the witch's lair. And it's pretty much a big storage place themed after a maze. If you check out the storage containers, most of them are kind of full of junk. And I actually made this one so it isn't a maze. It looks a lot like one. Watch out for the skeleton. It's not really a maze. It's more of a loop with a lot of corridors for monsters to spawn into. I didn't want it to be too hard. You could take some of these things if you're actually playing in this map for alchemy purposes. Broom stand. But yeah, I tried not to make it too confusing. It's only a circle or a loop. This one had a book in it. And is that a creeper? Ooh, it's a witch. Oh, is this... did you see that at all?
No, I saw a poof.
Okay, that's probably for the best. That wasn't part of the design. That was just a random spawn.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, oh,
I lost
ooh,
you. Lost
yeah.
you.
This quarter is a little
There you are.
tricky. But yeah, if you keep following it this way, it just loops back, and all of these storage spaces have kind of a different design. So it shouldn't be too hard to figure out if you're going in circles. Then here we have a magic broom.
Ooh, I'll take that.
I thought that was kind of neat. I tested it, and you can actually enchant, put certain enchantments onto hose. And okay, so here is an important room. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. You're too late, crafters. The Nethercropolis is summoned, and its stalk will darken everything you build.
Oh no!
Thank you for that enthusiasm. Yeah, we set off something, and there's... Okay, that's the witch boss. The witch who owns this lair.
Ooh.
She's coming to us. Looks like she has potion effect. Just
Get her, Taylor.
hit her a lot. I guess that's a strategy. I'm poisoned, but hey, this pork chop, it can save me. Yeah, we're good now. Yeah, so she summoned something. She's already spelled out our doom. There's a lot of actually complicated things in this room that I would like to explain real quick. Like, this carpet is actually very intentional because there's a hole that the carpet was covering. With signs right under it. The point of that is that I was scared zombies would spawn in here randomly and hit the tripwire. Yeah, and cause the boss to spawn early and the chat message to go off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I did it that way. It made it mostly secure.
Yep.
And here we have like a summoning ritual set up with redstone torches or candles. If we follow this all the way, she actually could have thrown potions from up here. That's what happens sometimes. But she didn't, for whatever reason, that time.
Hmm.
And we have another chest and another journal. Perhaps you'd like to read this one since it's
Wanda's journal. As well as some things. Can I have them?
Yeah, you can check out the loot too. It's very shiny and interesting.
I want the shiny loot.
That's what got you in that trap in the first place.
Okay, Wanda's journal here.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it... Oh, there we go. A poem for Journal Dearie. I love the trees when they choke the sky's light. I love the critters with eyes blood red and bright. I love potions which drain heroes of their might. I love corruption, what makes for the most beautiful ugly sights. Crafters, I've spent so many years toiling to make my great ghastly glade, now reduced to a mere garden of gloom, and now I know who to blame. Explorers, builders, and even friends. Apologies, I could not help but retch at writing that vulgar word of affection. I knew it was them because the pirate, before I left him as Spider Chow, told me of their colorful buildings, youthful curiosity, and even that they genuinely care. Where is my magic mop? Oh, I have that. Woe on them and their foul... definition, please. Saccharine.
Oh, saccharine. It means like sugary.
Their foul, saccharine words. Their sincere companionship is the bane of my blasphemous brood. Yet I have found a suitably sadistic solution. The Netherstalk. While I typically disapprove of my sister Esmeralda's destructive ways for lacking my seductive subtlety, I think in this scenario a direct link between the land's flora and the underdimension will be strategic. Now, I must leave you here, Journal Dearie, to begin the summoning ritual for the necropolis carrying our favorite specimen of nether vegetation. All I need are redstone candles and a soul sand circle to begin. Mori
Nice. You can kind of see where she retched, by the way.
I'm actually picturing the Banjo-Kazooie witch.
I remember that. So yeah, there's a bit of a storyline set up here. So the idea is that as my friends are playing on the server and building things, kind of the power of a friendship and creativity. Sorry if it's a bit sappy, but it's reversing the powers of corruption. The witch was trying to cast over this forest, and so she got angry and she took the advice from her sister and apparently summoned something called a Nethercropolis that will get all of the evil power of the Nether channeled into directly into the natural world here. So yeah, now things are really getting pretty intense. One moment before we get back to the action of this adventure, I want to explain this mechanism here. I used one command block. Since this is very optional, I figured I'd use it. And this is how I accomplish the witch's dialogue. The command's very simple. It's simply /say, followed by a space, and then whatever text you want said. And it will show up in the chat as command block, unless you use an anvil to give the command block a custom name. So I named it Wanda to be the character. And then as you can see the redstone here, it lines up to dispensers with a witch egg and also a regeneration potion to make her a little bit harder. And then there's one more thing. The redstone, it loops all the way around here to this piston, and when activated, I'll simulate it here with the lever. There you go. When activated, the piston will move this stone in front of our redstone signal. And so that's there because we don't want the dialogue spamming as multiple people walk in. We want it to only go off once. Sorry, I just like this little skylight here. Vines are really growing. So we're almost at the end. It's kind of a sign that we're getting towards the end of this dungeon. And, I expected there'd be some zombies or something down here.
I see nothing.
Yeah.
Did you provide night vision potions?
Oh yeah, they are in there actually. Splash.
That'll work.
Oh, I missed it. I'm okay though. So here we come up right to, can you see it? Is your render distance?
Dun dun dun.
Here it is. So this is the least humble of my humble builds, because this is the climax here. So here we can actually see what she was talking about, that the nether magic is contaminating the plants here.
I don't want to dig your landscape. Ooh. Contamination noted. The tree's burnt. The ground is decimated. The pumpkins are angry. Angrier than usual. The trees are dead. I see some signs. Should I start here?
Yeah. So again, remembering that this was going to be a surprise for my friends on the server, and they're kind of new, and we're not playing on adventure mode, so we have a lot of freedom to break things, but this was just a reminder. So it says, to ensure fair play of evil death traps, we ask you not to break or build blocks past this Netherstalk. Thank you for your patience and exploitable curiosity. Sincerely, Villainous Lair Administrative Department. I just thought it'd be a nice way to make sure they know, this is something I built, and it would kind of break the spirit of it to use blocks to make it easier. All right. So we have this large Not quite a beanstalk, but Netherstalk. And again, I made it kind of for friends who are new, but tried to add a bit of a parkour challenge to it as you go. And I think that you can see like the base of this stalk. I try to make it look kind of organic and twisting, but really I just did a kind of a cycle, I guess. Kind of spiral a little bit. And where are we going now? Getting lost in my own creation. That works. Okay, now here's the big jump. I just thought this was pretty intense since we're all the way up here. Just gotta get on there. Go.
Got it.
And we're safe. Now here we are. Again, to ensure evil bragging rights and the slowest possible death, equipment and potions have been provided for you. Thank you for being our hopeless hero to kill. And we have some more loot here again.
Vigilante's Visor, Fire Protection 1. Martyr's Mail, Thorns 1. Knight's Knickers, Protection 2, Unbreaking 2. Traveler's Treads, Feather Falling 1, Projectile Protection 1. And I'm using the Shovel of Chivalry, Efficiency 3, Unbreaking 3, Fortune 2, but more importantly, Sharpness 5.
It's a very sharp shovel.
Very sharp shovel. Should do better than these swords.
I had a bit of fun with the alliteration and the armor and weapons. And yeah, I have the same armor, and I'm borrowing a certain battle maiden's axe.
Let's begin.
Let's.
Ooh.
Oh, fire spreading.
I see them, but I cannot reach them.
Either. Let's see if we can taunt them to come down. So yes, we are limited to melee weapons.
Whoa.
Oh! Ah! There's water sources here. They're usually... Come on, guys. I have eggs.
Watch out! You spawned a chicken. And
The
it's
chicken baby died. No.
dead. Aha! There they come.
Alright.
Oh.
Oh. Wow, these guys are a lot more challenging than I meant them to be.
Oops.
Let's get to that water quick. I'm like taking them here. If you can get to them, have them distracted.
The Shovel of Chivalry wins.
Awesome.
Victory! Quick,
Cool.
put out the fires.
Yeah. So I was really happy with this. It could have fit in more blazes, probably. Keep this in mind for the future. But anyway, mostly I want to show off the idea.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of having a mostly flammable floor. Some of it netherrack too, so it just stays on fire. Some of it wool, so that it starts to break away. And I didn't really put much on the floor, except there's a little more netherrack. But it could have been something more intense, like a bigger fall, or even lava, depending on the difficulty you want to go for. And you probably want a bigger room for this, but you could even use ghasts. And things would get really crazy that way.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no mechanism here keeping you from getting out. Just because I'm more of a creative builder, I didn't want to put in a lot of redstone contraptions. But I did. Ow. This might kill me, actually. I did want to have this sort of parkour challenge. Just to keep you from...
Man.
Yeah. You have to get right here in the corner. This isn't supposed to be the hardest part of the map. Sorry, guys.
Okay, I can't get it. That's it.
But anyway, the idea was if you can't do that when you're not being attacked, then there's no way you're going to figure that out.
Right.
While you're in the boss battle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you follow it up, you get to these doors, and you head on out. We have this interesting forest up here, and another portal. The source of all the power of this thing. And there's flint and steel if you need to light that again. Let's say you wanna do that. There we go.
I think you
Destroyed
startled
it.
my dogs.
Sorry about that.
Don't know if you can hear that.
Inside the chest we have a couple of bows.
Wisdom, justice, zeal, and faithfulness.
Some fire resistance potions. And you can start your adventure into the Nether from here, which I suppose would be the next chapter or the sequel. If I'm later going to design that. And there's one other thing. If you're still following me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of put these ores here that kind of resemble eyebrows or teeth. I put them here for a reason. You're not really supposed to mess with the blocks too much here, but these ones are an exception. Go ahead and break them apart. And then later on, when you've finished this adventure and you're ready to go back down, you have a kind of derpy looking skeleton skull. And so this once menacing another stock here is now kind of silly looking to kind of visually represent that you've conquered it.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's the adventure. And I'm not going to be including a world download because I really want to reinforce that I want you guys to give this a try. If you have a couple of friends that are kind of casual players and would have fun with it, then yeah, start building some surprise things that lead on to more things and make it your own. And I think you could do a lot better than what I did too. So give it a try, and I'd like to hear what you make. And that's all for now, so Tidlurker and Dark Kodiak signing off. Bye, guys.
Bye. I'm not a parkour expert, nor
Me
have ever
neither.
claimed to be.
We can go to creative mode.
This might be a while.
Just an example of what not to do, friends.